In 4 days, a great city burned to the ground. And then, against all odds, it rose again. This is the true story of the earthquake and fire that nearly erased an entire American city. But before the disaster, this was one of the most prosperous, fast-growing cities in America. In just a few seconds, everything they had built was about to change forever. At 5:12 in the morning, on the 18th of April, 1906, most of San Francisco was still fast asleep. The city was calm, prosperous, and completely unaware of what was about to happen. Deep underground, along the San Andreas Fault, immense pressure had been building for decades. And then, without warning, the ground itself. Residents woke to a nightmare, rushing out into the streets as their homes shook violently around them. Grand buildings that had stood for decades crumbled to the ground within seconds. Beneath the city, water mains ruptured and gas lines snapped, setting the stage for an even greater disaster. In the sudden silence, after the shaking stopped, survivors emerged in shock, uncertain what to do next. But within minutes, a new and far more dangerous threat had already begun to stir. Broken gas lines ignited fires across dozens of locations throughout the shattered city simultaneously. Firefighters rushed to respond, only to discover the ruptured water mains had left them almost powerless. The fire began spreading uncontrollably from block to block. Families scrambled to save what little they could, fleeing their homes as the flames drew closer. In desperation,
we need that fire break right now!
Hoping to blast fire breaks and slow the fire's relentless advance. For 3 relentless days, the fire consumed the city almost entirely unchecked, defying every effort to stop it. Nearly 250,000 people were left homeless.
It is okay. We are safe now.
Emergency camps quickly formed in parks and open spaces,
Here's some hot
as
soup.
neighbors worked together to care for one
This will
another.
keep you warm.
By the 4th day, the flames finally began to weaken, leaving behind a city reduced almost entirely to ashes. When the smoke finally cleared, the scale of the devastation became almost impossible to comprehend. More than 80% of the city had been completely destroyed by the earthquake and the fires that followed. Yet even amid the ruins, the people of San Francisco began working together to survive and rebuild. Within weeks, city planners and engineers were already drafting bold new plans for reconstruction. Slowly, block by block, the long and difficult process of rebuilding the city finally began. New buildings rose using stronger materials, designed to withstand future earthquakes far better than before. Thousands of workers poured into the city, drawn by the enormous opportunity the rebuilding effort created. Within just a few short years, San Francisco had transformed from a smoldering ruin into a thriving city once again.
We are finally standing on our own ground.
Families who had lost everything found themselves rebuilding not just their city. Each new building completed became a powerful symbol of the city's remarkable and defiant resilience. Within less than a decade, San Francisco had rebuilt itself into an even grander and more modern city. Commerce, culture, and confidence returned as the city proved its remarkable ability to recover from disaster. In 1915, just 9 years after the disaster, the city hosted a spectacular World's Fair to celebrate its rebirth. It was a powerful message to the entire world. San Francisco had not merely survived, but truly triumphed. For those who had lived through the disaster, the transformation felt nothing short of a miracle. The disaster forever changed how cities across America approached earthquake safety and building design. Museums across the city continue preserving the memory of this defining moment in American history. Today's modern San Francisco stands as living proof of the city's extraordinary resilience and determination. What began as one of the darkest days in American history became a powerful story of hope, unity, and rebirth. And so, from the ashes of disaster, an even greater city rose, one that the world would never forget.